As far as the fight goes in ATL, you said a lot of guys are coming out there, a lot of different celebrities, rappers. I'm a little bit older, so Migos and them don't interest me as much, but you mentioned Nas, Raekwon, guys like that. What's the atmosphere going to be like in Atlanta?
Oh, it's going to be a movie. That is going to be the atmosphere. That's going to be the atmosphere, you know, because Atlanta is Black Hollywood. You know, they haven't had a big event there in a number of years, and they're the people, the great people of all the surrounding cities are always looking for a reason to come out and support something big, to get fly. The women want to be able to go out and get the flyest outfits. The players and the hustlers want to be able to do the same thing. You got the actresses and the actors and the rappers and the ball players. You're gonna see a little bit of everything.
Now we've got Tank. He was going back and forth with Josh Taylor, going back and forth with Devin Haney. He's Devin Haney's mandatory at this point. How far are we away from seeing Gervonta and...
Tank ain't nobody's mandatory. So let's clear that up right now. Tank ain't nobody's mandatory. We dictate the terms on any and everything we're doing.
Right.
Any and everything.
How far away are we?
Tank is nobody's mandatory.
How far are we from seeing him in a fight?
Tank is the boss. Tank is the boss of 26, and when I say 26, meaning guys want to move up from 26 to get a shot, 30, 35, and 40. So you got 4 divisions. Everybody's calling my guy out.
But until he wins that WBA regular title, he's still the WBA.
Tank is the man, because guess what? You know why he's the man? Just what I just said. He is the only person that's out there in those 4 different weight classes that represents the biggest payday for every one of those guys.
How far are we from seeing one of those fights happen? I mean, we've got Gamboa.
Tank is fighting December 28th. I know what he's doing the next 3 fights, but you guys just gotta wait and see.
Thanks a lot, Leonard.
I mean, you know that the reason we ask is because you got your fighter on social media saying certain things, but then the career isn't really going in that trajectory. You know, he's calling out Josh Taylor. It's like a whole division above, a unified champ, and that didn't happen.
What didn't happen?
The Josh Taylor.
The conversation just started about that the other day.
Absolutely, completely. You know, but Tevin Farmer isn't though. They offered him $7 million to fight Tevin Farmer.
They who?
Eddie Hearn.
He ain't that. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Okay, so he was
that's bullshit. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Never sent no terms.
First off, you can't make me an offer. You can't make me a B side. Can't make an A side. You can't offer me shit. And when I say me, meaning Mayweather Promotions, they don't work like that. It don't work like that.
But isn't that how you get negotiations started?
No, it's not how you. All that's a front for you guys.
Oh, super.
It's for you guys to get to talking, and he knows better than that. It don't go like that. Again, I'll give you an example. Do you think that same offer was made to Lomachenko?
The $7 million, you mean?
No, not a number. But do you think that same offer was made to Lomachenko for
Tevin?
Eddie to get Lomachenko with it?
No. Yes.
I mean, obviously, the offer was made because the deal was struck. He fought it.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about for
Tevin to fight. Oh, you mean Devin Haney to fight Vasil Lomachenko? An offer for that?
The bottom line, because I don't want to confuse what I'm saying, is that the B side can't offer the A side shit in anything. In anything. And my point, what I was trying to make, do you think that Lomachenko was made an offer to come fight on that whatever you want to call it?
The zone?
Yes.
He was made an offer.
Okay, and what did Aram say?
Wait, that fight took place on ESPN?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if the offer was made, because you got to remember. No, check this out, though. You got to remember, Ramirez fought on the zone maybe the 2 weeks before, so he probably did.
Who?
Jose Ramirez.
Outstanding young fighter. There's a big difference between Ramirez and their top guy.
Absolutely. I mean, and I get what you're saying. Vasil is top-ranked franchise fighter.
Yes.
So he would be fighting on their network to build their streams and subscribers, right?
Correct.
It would be more difficult to get that type of a fighter on the zone. But
it would never happen.
I mean,
and Aram has said that.
If the offer was as big as a $7 million
it don't work like it don't work like that.
Because the contracts,
the game don't work like that. My fighter's not going into a situation where nobody's watching. We're building a star, okay? We don't go backwards, we move forward.
Do you feel that what happened this weekend is further proof that maybe streaming is not the way to go and that pay-per-view is still the model that's...
I'm not here to knock any streaming service or whatever they're doing. I just only can speak about my fighters. You know what I'm saying?
Would Floyd have ever allowed UFC to make him wait before he comes out and fights?
I think you know the answer to that.
I want to hear.
I think
Leonard Eller beat something. So I got a headline that said Floyd would have never done that.
I tweeted it. I tweeted it out. And it's not about the UFC or, you know, Floyd is Floyd. You know, we wouldn't wait on nobody.
What is the difference you think in bringing up Gervonta Davis and bringing up Floyd? What was the? Because you were there from the beginning. You were in the corner.
What you mean bringing?
Bringing him up, like the fights that he's given, bringing his career to this status. Like what are the differences you see in those two's careers?
Well, they're a big difference because they're two different types of fighters. Mm-hmm. You know, you guys haven't seen the best of Gervonta yet. You guys have seen the best of Floyd. He's retired. He had a wonderful, wonderful career. The best is yet to come from Gervonta.
How many fights is Tank trying to have in 2020?
And next year?
Yeah.
He's going to be fighting. He's going to be active.
Will
He
there be
says three. He says Al Heyman told him if he stays out of trouble, he got 3 fights next year.
It's a fact.
In the lightweight division, it was close to being unified before everything took place. Do you think Tank will go on a mission to try to unify the lightweight division, being that, you know, he is up there at the top already?
We're going to fight the biggest and best fights that are out there. If unification is there, we're going to fight the best fighters that are there.
So this is just testing the water?
It's not about testing the waters. We're fighting fights. Big fights. Big events.
But he's fighting for the secondary title, the true WBA champion is Vasyl Lomachenko, and he's available.
He's available for who?
For negotiations, I'm assuming. He ain't got no fight.
Again, if he's in the way, he's a terrific fighter. It'll be a big fight.
If the WBC offered one of your guys a franchise championship tag, would you accept that?
I don't want to get into any of the politics of what Suleiman is doing, you know, as it relates to the belts, and you know, and we have a wonderful relationship, and we haven't crossed that path.
Will any of your fighters ever fight on the zone? Because
Gervonta Davis won't be fighting on the zone. I can't say anybody else because you never know. It might be a situation where it might make sense. You just never know.
Sorry, any truth that there was only a $2 million offer for Tevin Farmer to fight on Showtime?
Only a $2 million offer?
I'm just saying, an equivalent to a $7 million offer for Tank. Yeah,
okay. Well, you're talking about apples and oranges. You're talking about somebody just talking, to be seen, and to be heard. Because again, you can't make an offer to a fighter that you don't have. Okay? And you're the B-side to anything. We're just talking. Does
$7 million sound lucrative to you for a Tank fight versus Tank?
Gervonta Davis is not fighting on a
streaming service.
There you go.
But does the number 7 sound? Did that sound okay? Is that
Gervonta Davis makes a lot of money. He makes a lot of money.
So you don't think the Tevin fight is a fight that Gervonta should have on his resume? It's been built up amongst the fans already.
If I didn't think that, I wouldn't have made him an offer. You
tweeted that the boat sailed. Has that sailed forever, or is there a chance that boat comes back?
No, I'm not saying it sailed at that moment, at that particular moment. You know, I spoke to his promoter and made him a very, very lucrative offer. And they came back and said no, and it's okay. It's okay. They had other plans, and it's okay. I'm not mad at him. He thinks his value is much more than what the offer is, and hey, he's a grown man and he's in charge of his own career, and he made a responsible decision based upon the offer, and it's okay. We just moved on.
Now that Devin Haney is raised up to the WBC Super, right? Is it potentially, you know, a clash that will happen between him and Gervonta Davis since he is a primary player now?
I can't say what is going to happen down the road because our focus is is Gamboa. If he or anybody else is in the way, it is what it is. I'm very, 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 very confident that Gervonta Davis can beat anyone at that weight. Any name, you can mix and match any of the names. I'm very confident he can beat them all.
But that has to be a fight that even you are excited about, being as though you guys wanted to sign.
Man, these guys don't get me excited. They don't get. They don't.
But you guys wanted to sign Devin.
And he's a terrific fighter. And I'm not talking about him specific. I'm talking about we have a plan. We have a plan for Gervonta Davis. Okay? And our plan is what our plan is. If any of the guys you're talking about are in the way, they're in the way. Point blank.
So it's potential to see that. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Do you think Gervonta could compete at 140?
we're focused right now on December 28th. That came out of nowhere, and it is what it is.
So I'm
Did you
guessing.
see vulnerabilities in Josh Taylor after watching him?
He's a terrific fighter. He's a terrific fighter. He's a terrific fighter.
No vulnerabilities? You didn't see any when he fought
No,
Regis?
all fighters have vulnerabilities. There's not one of them out there that doesn't. Every fighter.